the cord. Several plan to, but hesitate to cut cable in favor of streaming for multiple reasons. Streaming services do not provide all the shows and channels cable offers, but the likeliest reason is that most people are simply too accustomed to watching TV on cable. For most of our lives, cable has been the only method of watching TV, and because of this, we deem it as a risk to cut it. Ask yourself this: do you subscribe to a streaming service? If so, if you kept track of all the hours you spent watching TV, would most of the time have been spent on a streaming service like Hulu or Netflix? Majority of the people would answer yes to both questions. Do you not find it interesting that while most people pay for both cable and streaming, the majority choose only to use one service over the other? After this discussion, I will discuss how streaming is a better option than cable. First, let's discuss the pricing. As most of us know, the standard cost of cable keeps rising to the point where the average cost per month is around $120 US dollars. The reason for this is because of the increased rate of people cutting their cable. An article by eMarketer highlights that the rate of customers cutting cable is over 32.8%, meaning that by the end of this year, 33 million people will have cut the cord. With 33 million people cutting cable, cable providers will have to increase the price to make up for lost revenue. This brings us to the question, why still pay for that cost? The rate is only going to increase, and there's nothing to stop it, while the price of streaming seems to be remaining the same as of 2018. Looking through an article by Consumer Report, the price of all streaming services falls between the range of $8.99 and $15.99. For those prices, you will have access to quality content that is just as, if not more so, on par with broadcast cable. Many argued that to cut cable, you will have to lose access to hundreds of channels and live sports. While it may be true that cable gives users far more channels than streaming services, it is also true that most people who still use cable only watch a handful of those channels which cable provides. Not only that, with cable broadcasts, some of your favorite shows appear only in specific time slots, and if you miss that slot, you miss that show. Fortunately, streaming does not have that problem. With streaming, you have the option to select any show at any time you want. While it is true that certain streaming services only have the rights of some shows, which would require you to pay for more than one streaming service to have access to all your favorite shows, it's still more affordable than cable. Also, if your concern is about missing out on live sports, turn your attention to live TV. Just specific streaming services such as Sling TV and Hulu Live have access to at least 20 of the most watched channels live. While nowhere near the hundreds of channels cable provides, live TV presents only the channels people watch. Some services, like Hulu Live, even give customers access to local channels, which have live sports. Obviously, they cost extra, costing around $40 per month, but that's still preferable over $120 a month for cable. In summary, with the cost of cable increasing, it will be a smart decision for you to cut it, with streaming services giving you the option to watch any show at any time at a lower price. It's best to rethink your TV service. When switching your TV services, it is unlikely for you to miss out on some of your favorite shows, given the fact that most of the streaming services will have them ready for you to binge. Now it is time for you to save money and cut the cord.
Awesome.